Hey guys, just giving you a quick review here. This is maybe not something normal on my YouTube channel, but I thought people might find it interesting even if you don't follow my channel for other things. But I got a warranty through American Home Shield, and there's about a lot of mixed reviews on it. So I'm just doing this as a part one for this video, but just to put it short here. This water heater is, let's see here, made in 2004, so I think we got it installed right around that same time. So this is an old water heater. It's 2026, so this is a 23-year-old water heater, and it finally kicked the bucket, as you can see, and started leaking everywhere. Luckily down here in our basement, it just went right to a floor vein and didn't flood our basement. So we called American Home Shield because I got a deal on the membership for it. I think it was like $25 a month at that time, but now I think it's maybe $30 for the silver. And I got it just for this occasion because we got a lot of old equipment in our house here, and I didn't know if it would cover anything, but it was cheap enough I would try it for a year. I think it was like, if it's $25 or $30 a month, it's like, I don't know, $300 and something a year or something. So I figured I'd be worth a try, and so I called them the day that I found out this was leaking. That was in the afternoon, and by the next day, one of their guys had called me back, set up an appointment to come the next day. So there's going to be a little bit of delay with these guys in my area because I live in a rural area. There's only like one guy covers like 40 miles around here. So there was a little delay, but I was okay. I could turn it off, and it was only leaking enough where I could turn it on for a while and it would run and we could take showers or whatever and turn it off, and it would stop leaking as soon as you turn it off, and it cooled down a little bit. But yeah, he came out he called me the next day, and then the next day he came out and looked at it. We also at the same time put in a claim for a faucet upstairs that started dripping, so we did two things at one time. And they charged me one service fee for both. So it was $100 service fee for them to come out and look at it. And so they came out and looked at it, said, yeah, you got to replace that water heater. It's got a hole in it somewhere. It's leaking from the top. So yeah, he put in the estimate for that the same day. They're like within a half an hour of being here. And then he went up and he looked at the faucet upstairs, determined the faucet needed to be replaced, put in the request for that, and they approved that immediately. And they paid to have that replaced 100%. No additions or anything. So he did that right away. Same day, got that fixed. And now we're waiting because what happens with American Home Shield is he comes, he does the estimate, then he sends the estimate to American Home Shield. They have to approve it, and then in their system they have to come up with their formulation, how they're going to pay on it and where they're going to get the materials and all that. And that took about a day. So he came here, looked at it. It took a day for them to finalize it, although he told me on the spot that they had approved replacing the water heater. So I already knew it was going to be approved, but it takes them a while for their person there to get it, pushed through, I guess, their system. So they did that. It took about 24 hours, and now we're just here waiting because with American Home Shield, the way they do this to make it so you can get this rate and get it fixed is they order the water heater and have it sent to your local plumbing supply, and then your plumber that came out picks it up. And they'll come in and install it when it gets there. So it takes 3 to 5 days. That's the downside of all of this. If you really couldn't be without hot water for 3 to 5 days, it's gonna be an issue. I don't think there's no way to speed it up. They do it. This is how they do it, and the compromises for the rate you're paying, you're gonna have to wait. That's just the way it is. And that was okay for us because this is still usable. We can turn it on for like 20 minutes, take showers, turn it off, and it's not going to flood our basement. So for us, it's working out okay, and we're willing to, and since they approved it now, they approved the replacement on this, The only thing we're going to have to pay for, because the plans do not cover things that require them to bring your plumbing up to code. So, like if we don't have an expansion tank, we're going to probably have to pay for them to install that because that's code. There's unions now that are union fixtures that they put on these things now, and dielectric attachments and stuff that are required by code that weren't at the time when this one was installed. That we'll have to pay extra for that. They don't cover if you have to redo this venting, which they usually do have to. So you're going to have to pay to redo the venting. So depending on the house, that could be quite a bit actually. So they don't cover every single thing. And like if he has to move this gas line, which I don't think he will, it should be able to mostly use the same gas line, I think. So that should be pretty minimal. Or if he has to move the water line or anything like that, then if they have to move any of the lines, that's extra. That's not covered. So the only way there's not any extra charges is if your previous tank was fully up to code and you have all the unions and stuff already that can be reused, which I'm not sure if they can be, and all your lines don't have to be moved, and you don't need venting, which I think they have to replace venting. So there's always going to be some extra over the top. It just depends on what your setup is. Like mine here, the plumber said that it should probably be only an extra like $300 to do bring it up to code in the venting. So for us, it's going to come out pretty good. We got a new faucet, a new water heater, and I think I only paid like $150 in premium so far on this policy, and a $100 service fee. So for $550, you get a brand new water heater, brand new faucet upstairs. You can't really beat that. And they didn't deny anything other than the stuff that it says right in your paperwork that they don't cover. So the job's not done yet, so this is just part one. So we'll see what at the end, if everything we're told ends up being, what happens here. But so far so good. They approved everything. Should be maybe $300, unless he said if something unexpected comes up that he didn't know about, it could be more. But right now it doesn't look like that's the case. And the other question is well, do you get a piece of crap replacement garbage level water heater? No. The plumber said that they actually buy the professional grade ones, and that's why you gotta pick it up at the plumbing supply store. They have to pick it up at the plumbing supply. So when this one was installed, this was the pro grade one that our local plumber had installed. So we're gonna get for our area, the plumber said he usually gets either Rheem or State, depending on what's available. So that we should get the pro grade water heater, which there is a difference. So you can go look on YouTube, hear other videos from plumbers who go over everything that's different from the pro grade and the big box home improvement store ones. There is quite a bit of a difference. They both can last a long time depending, but there is an actual difference between them. They're not just put in a different box or something. But so you do get a good quality water heater, assuming they approve your repair. So anyways, that's the end of part one. You can check out later. Maybe it sounds like maybe in about three or 4 more days we should have a new water heater in here, and we'll give you an update.